there is also a big misconception that, should do well on forecasting. And if it does well on forecasting, hey, is really accurate. Do you think this forecasting, focus on is right?
That's an interesting question. I mean, it really depends on the business. So like
Mhm.
I've seen everything from 50% media contribution to 5% media contribution. If you have
Okay.
50% media contribution, you get, and you don't get the attribution right, you won't get the forecasting right. Right? But if you have like a really small part of the business that's media driven, then the forecasting becomes, you could get it right with all the other variables, but you could totally get the attribution wrong. So it's the same thing or essentially the same thing if media contribution is high. If media contribution is low, forecasting is much easier than right attribution. So you need to focus on the attribution first there in the low media contribution models, I think.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting point that you make, that you have to focus on attribution more. I was just talking to another company vendor, and he told me that, hey, is actually a attribution problem first and not a forecasting problem. I think we are all on the same page in that regard.
Yeah,
You need to know, the exact proportion of, your media channels and marketing channels and how much
yeah,
they've contributed to sales.
yeah,
There are, I think, millions of ways to, correctly, forecast sales, but at the same time, you will not be doing justice to what really transpired in the marketing reality.
yeah,
What kind of
yeah,
proportion led to the exact sales?
yeah,
Because you're missing the forest for the trees if you're just focusing on your
yeah,
forecasting. So
yeah.
yeah, I think yeah.
I think that's just a general danger. Sometimes you lose yourself and you build a really beautiful model and it has a fantastic map and you forget about like what is the actual goal of this, and this is
Mhm.
attribute levers that companies can influence. It's
Mhm.
not building a beautiful model.